of you have got like, oh, do this figure, do that figure, do this figure. We're going to show you some figures. Now, as you all know, we're going to show you certain figures. There's some stuff that we're unable to show you right now, but the way we work, as you know, we kind of align to the most recent entertainment. So obviously we're working hard for Rogue One coming out this year. But we also pepper in different classic, prequel, Rebels, all those kind of stuff. So we get a kind of a good mix. So we can share those with you. So we're going to share a few of the key new figures that we're coming out, that we're working on at the moment. Still in development. Those of you who have been to one of these before know that we kind of show sculpt images and kind of behind the scenes. So we've got some nice tasty tidbits for you today.
How many people want to see some toys?
Yeah. It was me that said enough of the chat, and I'm just chatting on and on and on. So, all right. So, let's start with the first one. We've got little silhouettes, so I want you to yell out who it is when you see it. Qui-Gon Jinn. Into Black series. Some prequel love. A load of you have come up to me on the stand and said, man, come on, where's the Jedi? Get some Qui-Gon. And so we're going to do Qui-Gon. Can you click on to the next one? Do some Qui-Gon. So, really detailed sculptures. The sculptors work really hard to get that likeness. Get Liam Neeson. Comes with his lightsaber detachable blade, usual kind of stuff. We're going to give him that Force hand because Liam is too cool to kind of not have a little bit of a Jedi mind trick and kind of, I'm going to use it when I go to Vegas and use it on the dice myself.
I love the angry Liam Neeson face.
Oh, yeah.
This Jedi has a very particular...
He's tall. I didn't realise how tall that guy is. He's massive. He's absolutely huge. So, Liam Neeson. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to look at that. Anna is going to talk a little bit about some kind of behind-the-scenes sort of, how we make it. We've got some short video and things like that. So, Anna, why don't you talk about Liam for us?
So this is an early model. This is an early model. Each of our Black Series 6-inch figures include about 40 pieces, and our materials chosen based on function. Here we're looking at hair, which is the soft PVC, and that allows the head to articulate, as well as allowing us to achieve these textured hair details.
We haven't done kind of separated hair and heads that often, have we?
It's rare that we do it.
Yeah. So we're going to start doing that because we can just get a better result in the sculpt itself and the actual toy and the product. All right, that's one. Stevie, you want to talk about the next one?
The next one, I think, this is a very easy silhouette, probably. I think. Let's take a look and see. I think. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
So, around the office, I color my girl Hera. Let's take a look at her. So, obviously, Star Wars Rebels. If you're a fan of the show, and we all are, you can't not love Hera. She's awesome, and the leader of the team, and the expert pilot, all that. Really, the emotional center of the team, I think. And we have a great relationship with Lucasfilm in that we can work with that animation team. And Chris, you could probably add something to how we have such a great partnership to get information.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Rebels, we were challenged to how do we take the stylization and the animation style and bring that into the real world of Black Series and up that level of detail. So we worked closely with Dave Filoni. He was very excited to see these figures come out and very particular, happy about Hera. So we were very happy with the likeness on her. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this this take on Hera for Black Series? Steve did a fantastic job capturing that realness of Black Series. So it's great.
Has a Dave stand for approval?
It has Dave's stamp.
We should do that.
Yeah. So yeah, there she is.
Somebody's happy.
It's really cool. With the films, we have very specific reference, and with Rebels and with animation, we have the opportunity to translate that into that realistic style. So we've had a lot of success with what we've done with Ahsoka, with Kanan, and so I thought Hera was the next logical choice.
Did the goggles come down?
Really was excited to
Looks like it,
translate her
doesn't it?
into a realistic form.
Never happens on the show.
Steve, did you
That's
sculpt
true.
her hand so that it fits with Kanan's?
Easter egg, Joe. Easter egg. So yeah, so Hera, you know, great figure. We're really excited to get her out, and you can check her out in the display later.
What else you got, Steve? You got more in there?
Let's do another one. This next one, another, I would say, a very distinctive silhouette. Shouldn't be too hard to identify.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, we have Tusken Raider.
More appropriate than the audience.
Yes. So I've been waiting to do this figure since I joined the Star Wars team. My first Halloween costume that I made myself was a Tusken Raider. I made it out of paper mache, so I've been excited to translate this into 6-inch scale. Yeah, I like this. It's pretty old now. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Anyway, the sculpting here, obviously, the textures and the details, you know, unbelievable. We're able to get all that burlap fiber and all that, you know, great little detail in the eyes. If you notice there, the gaffy stick actually has 3 sections, so you can swap out the tips. If you watch the scene where Luke is attacked by the Raiders, there's 3 of them, and each of them has a distinct weapon, so you can get 3 of them and make 3 different Tusken Raiders if you like.
Or 6.
Or 6, yeah.
Or 12.
So, also, you'll notice there that in the sculpt, you only see part of it because we're doing partial fabric, partial plastic. I think Anna could probably add some add to that.
Sure. So you can see in this video we're using, in order to allow the best leg articulation, we want to use a soft PVC cape. And to get maximum articulation in the arms, we'll use soft goods. And we try to balance using the soft goods with the soft PVC in the skirt for aesthetics. Can you speak to that, Steve?
Yeah, sure. I just think with the legs, it's easier to pose. You can get through a plastic skirt easier versus the arms. You get much better posing, I think, when you have fabric. So we tend to do fabric on the upper part and plastic on the bottom part.
It really comes down to what is going to be best for the figure. So if you look at the sculpt figure, what can you capture, that texture, that detail that's going to really showcase the Black Series the best? And if we can find a fabric, if we can find a weave or a cloth that fits like Kylo, that figure ended up being fantastic with those choice and those sorts of fabrics. So in this case, having a little bit of both in this captures the figure really, really in a fantastic way. Yeah.
All right. My turn. Okay, this one was a tricky one. This one is like a real labor of love in terms of defining really what it is. So let's define what it is.
Oh,
I don't know about this one. I'm not sure whether I like this one. No, I love this one. Let me just say, reveal away. So, at last, everyone, a lot of you are saying, yeah, by last, yeah, a lot of you. So, the Royal Guard, the Emperor's Royal Guard. I mean, let's go to the next slide. Let's talk about this. So, like, what is it? There's been loads of different variations. We worked really closely with these guys to kind of come up and get inspiration. We were, you know, on the obviously Crimson Empire, so we really kind of went to town and dug deep. Chris, I think you spent like.
Well, it started out, not to get into too many details, but a very heated debate about what to put underneath the big boxers versus briefs.
Yeah.
Very strong opinions on both sides. Got very ugly. But we decided for what this figure is, the Black Series, the level of detailing you can get, and particularly for the folks who are getting it, we thought that armor is great. It's just so cool. I mean, here Kanan was saying the Crimson Empire is a great look. So we thought that was really a great way to capture it. It was really
Great inspiration. Great inspiration.
And Chris, just for reference, they go commando.
Oh, okay, well.
So he comes with a sidearm pistol. So we got that quintessential kind of hand grip for his stuff. And yeah, it's built. So this is an interesting one. It's built to the armor. The shoulder armor goes under the helmet, and so we make sure we trap the soft goods correctly under the helmet so it doesn't kind of puff out. So we've got a really nice flow. And this is where soft goods, you can't really do it without soft goods. I've seen the ones that everyone's seen out in Hong Kong, the ones that are just like plastic pill bottles. But this is going to be a really nice one. Really,
Those
really
are kinda
happy with this.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
there you go, royal card for you.
All right, let me take this one. We'll take a look at the next one and see if we can guess what we might have here.
Eventually.
Look at that. You got your wish.
What have we here? So we've been asked for Lando for a long time, and obviously very excited to finally do a Lando Episode 5 version. You know, the character's so cool, and you know, it's the likeness of Billy D. Williams. If we go into the sculpt, I think it's unbelievable. It's really, our sculptors did a fantastic job. Yeah. And I know, Chris, you had some great input in getting that likeness to just be perfect. So we appreciate your input. We do a lot of back and forth. Chris obviously is has a great sculpting background, so he works with our team really well.
Yeah, in this figure in particular, we wanted to make sure that we capture a lot of details that maybe most aren't familiar with just in small scenes that you see in Episode 5. But as you go to the next slide, you can really see the efforts we went into researching and going into our archive to really capture all that level of detail that we love to see in Black Series. And this detail inside the cape is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the reason we chose to do the sculpted cape. I mean, here's a great example of that, and it just came out beautiful.
Yeah, when Chris gave us that image from the archives, one of our sculptors actually went online, found that pattern. The pattern still exists in the world, and we were able to then take that pattern and translate it into plastic relief. So, and like Chris said, that's really the reason we chose to do plastic versus fabric on this one.
Very cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort taken to manufacture all of the sculpted details in all of these figures, especially with the cape, to get texture that wraps around curves and doesn't just get wiped out. There's a lot of effort taken by our manufacturing teams. Also, it's good that we chose soft PVC in this instance because we're able to get folds and weighting that we might not otherwise get with soft goods.
Plus, it's what smells fantastic when you open up that package and you get that nice plastic smell of the toy. It's amazing.
You can find,
It's
often
quite
find
my,
Chris.
it's my favorite.
You can often find Chris in the corner of his office.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
Yeah, for 6-inch figures, that's it. We've got